What if I told you that getting older doesn't mean getting weaker? That stiff joints, fading balance, and constant fatigue aren't a sign of age. They're a sign of inactivity. Now imagine feeling stronger at 60 than you did at 30. Sounds impossible? Stay with me, because today, I'll show you 5 science-backed movements that can literally turn back your body's clock. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe, because this might be the most life-changing thing you hear all week. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly moved? Not just walked, but really challenged your body the way it was designed to move. Because here's the truth. Your body isn't broken by age. It's broken by inactivity. Muscles shrink when they aren't used, joints lock when you stop exploring their range. Balance fades when you don't train it. But the good news? The human body is adaptable at any age. And these 5 movements can literally restore strength, mobility, and youth. No gym, no fancy equipment. Just you and gravity. 1. The hang. Rebuild your shoulders, rewire your grip. When was the last time you just hung? No, seriously. When did you last hang from a bar, a door frame, or even a tree branch? Hanging decompresses your spine, rebuilds your shoulder mobility, and strengthens your grip, a simple act with massive effects. Doctors actually use grip strength as a biomarker of longevity. The stronger your grip, the longer and healthier your life tends to be. If you're a beginner, grab a sturdy bar or door frame and support some of your weight using your feet. Start small, 10 seconds, 3 times a day. If you're more advanced, work up to a 30 to 40 second full hang. Your goal? 5 minutes of total hang time daily. And if you don't have anywhere to hang, find a railing or even a sturdy table edge. The key is to let your shoulders stretch and your spine decompress. One of our students, Chris, 61, started with assisted hangs. Within weeks, she could hang unassisted for 30 seconds. Pain-free for the first time in decades, she said she felt 10 years younger. Takeaway: hang daily. It's not just about grip, it's about holding on to your life force. 2. The deep squat. Reclaim the original resting position. Forget gym squats for a moment. The deep squat isn't just an exercise, it's your body's natural resting position. For thousands of years, humans sat, rested, and worked close to the ground. But modern chairs have stolen that movement from us. When you lose the ability to squat deeply, you lose ankle mobility, hip flexibility, and spinal freedom. And according to a 2012 study in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, people who struggled to sit and rise from the floor were 5 times more likely to die within 6 years. Start simple. Hold onto a chair or door frame and lower yourself gently. Elevate your heels on books if your ankles are tight. If you're more advanced, squat fully unassisted, chest tall, and spend a few minutes there every day. One of our students, Pamela, couldn't squat properly for years. After practicing daily, she messaged saying, "I sat on the floor for the first time in decades, and it felt like freedom." So here's a question. Can you sit fully in a deep squat right now and stay there comfortably? If not, that's your next mission. Takeaway: the squat isn't optional. It's survival training for your youth. 3. Sit to stand, the true test of independence. Try this. Sit on the floor and stand up without using your hands. Can you do it? If not, don't feel bad, but don't ignore it either. The ability to stand from the floor is one of the strongest predictors of independence and longevity. Start from a chair if needed, and gradually lower the height until you can sit and stand from the floor unassisted. This simple movement trains your legs, balance, and coordination all at once. A 2012 study showed that for every point you lose on the Sit to Stand test, your risk of early death rises by 21%. Let that sink in. One small movement could mean the difference between freedom and dependence. Patricia, 63, once said her dream was simple. "I just want to stand up without using my hands." After 3 months of practice, she did it. Her reaction? Pure joy. Ask yourself, if you fell down today, could you get up easily? If not, train this daily. Your future self will thank you. Takeaway: if you can stand from the floor without help, you're rewriting your future. 1 rep at a time. 4. Hip mobility, the foolproof foundation. Let's talk about your hips, the power center of your body. When they stiffen, your balance disappears, your posture collapses, and your risk of falling skyrockets. And here's a chilling stat. Falls are the #1 reason older adults lose their independence. So start working on your hip mobility today. Beginners can start with the 90/90 stretch, or gentle hip rocks on the floor. Intermediate movers can try pigeon poses or Cossack squats. Advanced movers explore full body flows, crawling patterns, or animal locomotion drills. One student, Michelle, couldn't bend to feed her dogs because of hip pain. After consistent practice, she sent a video laughing and bending pain-free, something she hadn't done in years. Sharon, another student, went from sleepless nights due to hip pain to doing full squats again. Here's something to think about. If you had to get up from the ground in an emergency, could your hips handle it? Takeaway: strong, mobile hips are like insurance. They protect you from life's unexpected moments. 5. Isometric and core stability, your anti-fall armor. Finally, we build the shield. Your stability, your ability to hold a position, is your body's natural armor. It's what keeps you from falling, injuring yourself, or losing balance as you age. Start with wall sits and planks. Progress to one-arm planks, handstands, or loaded carries if you're ready for more. Because when your core and balance are strong, your whole life feels stable. One of our students, Gail, 55, said after 3 months of adding stability training, she felt stronger, more alive, and more herself than ever. And studies back it up. Falls are the second leading cause of accidental death among older adults. But with stability work, you can prevent most of them. So ask yourself, how stable do you feel today, physically and mentally? These 5 movements aren't fitness hacks. They're human essentials, the blueprint of how your body was meant to move. Hang, to grip more life. Squat, to stay human. Sit to stand, to stay independent. Free your hips, to avoid disaster. Build stability, to bulletproof your future. We've seen it happen thousands of times. From Chris rediscovering play, to Patricia regaining independence, to Sharon finally sleeping pain-free. So if you think aging means slowing down, think again. Movement doesn't just slow aging, it reverses it. Start today, and your future self will thank you. If this video inspired you, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves to feel young again. Because youth isn't an age, it's a movement.